Within the Taoist sect, there were many enterprises catering to all sorts of needs: eating, drinking, playing, and entertaining. Cultivation was not just about secluding oneself in a closed-off room. One could not become an immortal through monotonous practice alone. There were ample entertainment industries for everyone. For instance, there was the Sichuan hot pot mentioned earlier, as well as Bai Xiang Lu, where they were headed now. Lu Yang heard that before. The Taoist sect wasn't like this. Back then, cultivation meant just cultivation. No extraneous activities should distract one from their quest for enlightenment. Later, after the old sect leader and former elders retired, the new sect leader and 8 elders took over. The Taoist sect was instantly transformed. They encouraged everyone to cultivate when they could and relax when they needed to, balancing work with leisure. In their words, such diversions could distract from one's quest for enlightenment, so why seek immortality at all? Lu Yang felt that the Chinese letter OF the Taoist sect was amiss. Once he rose to a high position within the sect, he would surely rectify it. Bai Xiang Lu was bustling with activity. Many disciples of the Taoist sect gathered here after completing missions or rigorous cultivation, enjoying meals and exchanging their insights on cultivation techniques and mission experiences. The food here was far superior to that in the dining hall. "Young master, I have your reserved table 9, 3 sets of chopsticks. The dishes will be served as you ordered." "All right, let me see." Ascending to the second floor, the aroma from other tables wafted up, making one's mouth water involuntarily. Lu Yang stared at the waiter for a long time before turning away when he disappeared around the stairwell. He couldn't even sense the waiter's cultivation level. Lu Yang and Tao Yaoyi looked around curiously. Lu Yang had meals on Mount Tianmen, while Tao Yaoyi could cook herself. Neither needed to come here. Meng Jingzhu was familiar with such places. "Never been here before. I'll tell you, there's plenty of delicious food here. You can find anything you can't think of but can't eat what you don't want." Lu Yang took the menu and flipped through it. The first page featured a prominent notice: "This establishment sells only finished dishes. No raw ingredients are available. Please understand." The second page was where the real menu began, with dishes priced in both contribution points and spirit stones. Steamed Thunderbolt Essence, the essence left behind by cultivators during their tribulation, greatly benefits one's understanding of the principles of lightning. Braised Ice Abyss Elephant, an elephant that lives in the coldest regions. As a dominant species, adult ice abyss elephants can crush icebergs with a single step and withstand snow avalanches without falling over. Tomatoes stir-fried with eggs. We have ordinary eggs, 8 treasures chicken eggs, and golden wing great pang eggs, among others. Seeing the prices, Lu Yang couldn't help but exclaim. Clearly, these weren't meant for cultivators at his foundation stage. They couldn't afford them. However, there were things he could afford, like stir-fried Thunderbolt elixir pills. Noticing Lu Yang's frown deepening, Tao Yaoyi thought he was shocked by the prices and asked with a smile, "What's wrong? Did you run into any problems?" "Look here. The meaning of fasting is to consume natural energy from heaven and earth instead of eating. Taking Thunderbolt elixir pills allows one to fast." "Correct," Tao Yaoyi nodded. "But if I eat the stir-fried Thunderbolt elixir pills, am I still fasting or not?" Meng Jingzhu and Tao Yaoyi were both taken aback. They first found the question nonsensical, but then realized its profound implications. They called over the waiter to ask him about this issue. The waiter was stumped by such a question for the first time in his career, wondering if it was due to slow service. "The prices here are not cheap. Do you have enough contribution points?" Lu Yang didn't dwell on the Thunderbolt elixir pills, but instead worried about having enough money for food. Meng Jingzhu had only done 3 missions and earned a meager amount of contribution points. Inviting them to a lavish meal, then washing dishes afterward to offset the cost seemed like Meng Jingzhu's style. "Using what contribution points?" "Of course, we use spirit stones," Meng Jingzhu said with a rich man's voice. Tao Yaoyi looked at Lu Yang in surprise. She didn't understand why he was worried about the Meng family being short on money. Have you never heard of the Ming family? Liu Yang was puzzled. Doesn't Meng Jingzhu's Ming family have a reputation? The central continent was vast, and many families bore the surname Meng. Liu Yang had no idea which one Meng Jingzhu's family belonged to. He knew Meng Jingzhu well but had never heard him speak of his family. When Meng Jingzhu came to the Taoist sect for trials, he didn't even have an accompanying elder. Liu Yang thought his family was in decline and needed Meng Jingzhu's single spiritual root to revive it. The most famous one. Liu Yang's pupils narrowed with surprise as he realized which Meng family Meng Jingzhu belonged to. There were many Meng families, but the most renowned was the imperial city Meng family. Is that the Meng family that once fought alongside Emperor Xia's ancestor to establish the great Xia dynasty? Liu Yang was truly shocked. The imperial city Meng family had a storied history. 10,000 years ago, during the chaos, heroes rose from the ashes. Meng's ancestor and Emperor Xia's ancestor led their armies across the land, creating a legendary tale that still captivated storytellers in tea houses and theaters. 10,000 years ago, the previous dynasty was beset by internal strife and external threats, leading to its collapse. In the ensuing chaos, demons and sea beasts left their territories, seeking a share of central continent's fertile lands. Meng's ancestor rose from the eastern ancestral land, marching east and west for countless miles, driving demons into the demon realm and sea beasts back to the East Sea. Tyrants and upstarts submitted in droves. Meng's ancestor led his armies for 1,000 years, conquering half of central continent, becoming one of two dominant powers along with Emperor Xia's ancestor, who had conquered the other half. Both were equally renowned for driving out demons and sea beasts, ending the chaos. Their achievements were hard to compare. The world expected either a shared rule or a war over the throne between them. Military strategists began predicting which side would emerge victorious, devising plans for underdogs to triumph against the odds. To everyone's surprise, Meng's ancestor and Emperor Xia's ancestor both decided that after a millennium of chaos, the land was filled with suffering. They fought not for power but for peace. They abandoned their armies and engaged in a battle of wits among the stars as cultivators. The battle was so fierce it shook the heavens and earth, leaving the sun and moon dimmed. A great star fell from the sky. In the end, Emperor Xia's ancestor emerged victorious due to his superior skill. Meng's ancestor accepted defeat gracefully, stepping down in favor of him. Emperor Xia publicly declared that as long as the great Xia dynasty existed, the Meng family would endure without suppression.